So as you follow along to this routine, all our sticks that we use are color coded. And if you buy yours off of Amazon or Temu or wherever you buy your tools, if you bought the same ones, they obviously don't come color coded. So I'm just gonna show you and explain which are which, just so that you know. So we don't use these first two because they're too big to use for anything, so you can just set those aside, because in most of my videos, we don't use them. And so you're left with these. So in this order, you can look, and it basically goes in this order from biggest to smallest: green, blue, white, yellow, pink, and black, down to the smallest one. So for today's class, I'm going to be using this color palette. For paint color number 1, I'm using Craft Smart Sailing Sky. For paint color number 2, I'm using Craft Smart Muted Aqua. For paint color number 3, I'm using Craft Smart Beach Glass. For paint color number 4, I'm using Decor Americana Sage Mint. For paint color number 5, I'm using Craft Smart Sage Green. And for paint color 6, I'm using Decor Dazzling Metallics in the color Berry.
Maybe.
Okay, so now we're gonna get started on the board. For the first step, we're gonna use the pink twirly, the smaller end with paint color 1. And we wanna make sure that our design is symmetrical. So there's a technique that I like to use, the north, south, west, east. So you're gonna place one dot anywhere around our big circle. Make sure it's on the outside of the circle and not on the inside of the circle. Smaller end. Then you're going to look right across from that dot and place another one like that. Then you're gonna find the center of these two and put it to the side like that. And then you're gonna find, or go right across from that dot and place a dot like that. So you get these 4 dots in like this north, south, east, west. Once you have these 4 dots, you're gonna go in between the gaps and place 1 dot in the middle like this, just in between each gap. So you should have 8 dots. Once you have those 8 dots, you're gonna go in between the gaps once more. So you should have 16 dots all the way around. And now we're gonna go in between the gaps one more time. So you should have 32 dots all the way around. Okay, next step, we're gonna take the pictorially smaller end again with paint color 2. And we're gonna place these dots in between but above the dots we just did. So you don't wanna do it like right above it, but kind of in between. Okay, next up, we're gonna take the pink twirly, the bigger end, with paint color 3. And we're gonna do the same thing, placing these dots in between but above all the way around.
With the larger dot.
Yes, the larger end.
He's making my day.
I just know this is gonna go spilling everywhere. And watching something fun. Oh, I just can't. Oh, man. The second one. That's reference. I think I just. Oops. Need some help? Yeah, it won't come open. But, and then the three. Yeah. Oh, thank you. You did all the work. That looks much better. Looking at every time. It's more consistent. Thank you.
Okay, next step, we're gonna take the white twirly, bigger end, with paint color 4. And we're gonna do the same thing. Okay, next step, we're going to take the blue twirly, the bigger end, with paint color 5, and we're going to do the same thing that we just did one last time. Okay, next step, we're gonna take the pink stick with paint color 6, and we're gonna place these dots just like we did the last rows, but we're going to skip a gap, so you should have 16 dots all the way around.
Oh, the pink stick. Okay, thank you. Okay. Gotta create an optical illusion.
Okay, next step, we're gonna take the pink twirly, smaller end, with paint color 1, and you're going to place a small dot above the dots we just did, and then you're going to start right next to it and drag around.
Which one? The small and so dot and dot. We're using the smaller end?
Yes, smaller end.
I did at farmers markets. No, that was not gonna work. So.
Okay, next step, we're gonna take the black stick and the pink twirly. And we're gonna take paint color number 3. And using the stick, you're going to place a dot kind of like above and in between. Then you'll take the smaller end of the pink twirly and make a teardrop in between like this.
Oh, okay. Smaller.
As long as you have the right space. Here, it's not gonna do it.
And it's number 3.
Yes, number 3.
Number 3.
I didn't have any room. It just doesn't. And this no, because I'm just gonna splatter the paint everywhere. Oh, I understand. It's pretty, right? Oh, yeah. Beautiful. It's an addiction after a while.
I know my husband will say, "Oh, great! Now you have something else to buy a bunch of stuff."
You know what though, I can see Eddie doing this with you.
Oh no, I can't let him. He'd be better than me.
That's true. My spacing is so bad now.
I keep saying my pinky finger right here.
Oh yeah. I'm sorry if I'm if Carrie did this, he would be better than all of us. My husband's a perfectionist. Wesley, he's interesting. Oh, yeah. Yeah, he does have a patient.
My oldest daughter would be on row 1 still.
Yeah, that's I have to pull myself away. Yeah, that's me.
She'd be out there spray painting board all over again, starting over.
I have to stop myself from doing that.
Just get it, you know.
Let's try to go back out. Is she still remember all?
Okay, next step, we're gonna take the pink stick with paint color 5. And we're going to put a dot right above our teardrops.
Okay. So, what stick is that one?
Pink stick.
And what color?
5.
I really like this gold. I'm not here for this color. Oops. Oh,
That's how much she loves people.
I know.
I've done that before. I was like, oh,
Oops.
whatever. But she's all, mind your own business. I love my gold.
Whatever.
Okay, next step, we're gonna take the pink twirly with paint color 1. And so using the bigger end first, you're going to place a dot like that. Then you're going to switch to the smaller end, dip in the paint, and walk the dots around.
Okay.
And what color?
Number 1.
Number 1, yeah.
I much roads. So we do one.
Okay, next step, we're gonna take the pink twirly with paint color 4, and you're going to use the bigger end the whole time. So with the bigger end, you're gonna place this first dot, and then you'll just re-dip with the bigger end and work the dots.
And you said number 4?
Yes.
Thank you.
Mhm.
So then you're gonna use the pink twirly and on the top, we're gonna use color 1.
Okay, next step, we're gonna take the pink twirly with the bigger end, and we're gonna use paint color 6, and we're gonna walk the dots again. So bigger end for the first dot, and bigger end to walk the dots.
Same big one.
Okay, next step, we're gonna take the pink twirly, the bigger end with paint color 2, and you're gonna start in between our walking the dots like this, and you're going to drag to the top one way, start in the same spot, and drag up the other way. 2.
With the big one? Pink twirly big end. I mean, he's still good.
Okay, next step, we're gonna take the pink stick and the pink twirly with paint color 6. Actually, let's do paint color 3.
Things that you want?
Sorry?
I'm on it.
Pink stick and the pink twirly with paint color 3. And you're going to place a dot right where the birdie is. Then you're going to take the bigger end of the pink twirly and put 2 dots right to the side of it. Okay, next step, we're going to take the pink stick with paint color 6. And we're just going to place a dot right above those. Okay, next step, we're going to take the pink twirly with paint color 1, and we're going to walk the dots. Bigger end of the pink twirly for the first dot, then you'll switch to the smaller end to walk the dots. Okay, next step, we're gonna take the black stick and the white twirly. So with the black stick first and paint color 4, you're going to place a dot above our walking the dots. Then we're gonna take the white twirly, the smaller end with paint color 4. Oh, I'm sorry, the bigger end. And you're gonna start next to that dot and you're just going to drag around. Okay, next step, we're gonna take the pink twirly with paint color 6. And we're going to be making these designs I like to call seashells. Okay, so first we're gonna take the bigger end of the pink twirly and you're gonna start in between and just do a straight drag down.
Okay. Paint color 6, you said?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Then you'll switch to the smaller end, dip in the paint, and you're just going to make a second drag right next to it on both sides. You want to make sure that it's not connected, that they're separate, but as close as you can to it, you know, so the paint doesn't connect and blend into one.
Okay.
Then you're going to take the smaller end one more time and start a bit lower and make 2 more on the sides.
And just kind of step it down.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
so
Yes. Okay, and the last step that we're gonna do, we're gonna take the black stick with paint color 5, and you're just gonna place a dot underneath your seashells.